What is going on, everybody? We are live at the Hive from This is my first time by myself. I'm so scared. I'm so worried. This is Unseasoned with Blake Jones and Ben Daniel and Will Loden, and they're both sick today. So it's just me, so I've decided to replace Blake with a hairbrush full of hair, and Ben is his marijuana pipe with Snoop Dogg riding it. So those are my two co-hosts right now. And it's just me here at the Hive. And so we're going to try to just talk for a while. If you were hoping for some of Ben's stoner puns and or Blake's mild distrust of the government, but also support of it, then I'm sorry, you're SOL. You're shit out of luck. It's just me today. I've got a couple of things I do want to talk about. I have all my notes out here. The reason Blake and Ben are sick is because we went to a baseball game together. We all went to see the Astros play the Rockies. The Astros won 7-6, and we were up in the cheap seats. We were as high up as you can go, down left field line, in the 400s. And I have a couple of opinions on what should happen at baseball games. First off, I think that if you're in the 400 seats, you should be able to smoke cigarettes inside. I think it should be legal up high to smoke cigarettes. I don't care who's there. I don't care what's going on. I think that's very, very important to create a good feeling for a baseball game. Also, we gotta do something about these prices. These prices at the ball game, at the park, are out of control. I feel crazy. This is great. This is great. I've never actually done this by myself before. We should just call it Unloading with Loden. All right. A couple of opinions on baseball. I'm glad we got rid of the shifts. The shifts were out of control. And I think that, middle relievers are way more important these days than they used to be. And that's how I know I'm an old man, is that I care about middle relief pitching and prices at ballparks. I've gotten to the point really where, because I'm only 36 and I look a lot older than I am. That's just because of the smoking and drinking and just genetics. It's okay. I would rather look like this than a skeleton, than a crazy skeleton with 9 nose jobs, like the Cindy Lou Who nose jobs where you can just see up into their septums. That's a very, very scary thing to see. You see more nose jobs at the ballpark, the lower decks. The further you get up, the uglier you are. And that is actually the opposite of what the Romans did at their coliseums. Is the rich always wanted to sit up high because they thought it would get a better view of gladiatorial combat, horse racing, all sorts of stuff like that. And then the poor people would sit down in the front because it was more dangerous, because you could get hit by a fucking arrow or, a wheel from a chariot, something like that. I think we should switch to that too. Yeah, all right. Well, I don't think we should switch to that. I think keeping the pores up high is important because poor people aren't going to get Ozempic, so they need the cardio, just marching up the fucking steps. That was crazy. Walking up the stairs in a 400 level is terrifying as a huge fat man. Also, because I've lost 40 pounds this year. I'm trying on pants that are fitting, a little scary. I'm wearing them a little too tight, but they're fitting again I can at least button them for the first time since COVID. And that's super important to me. Unfortunately, some people have noticed that they can see everything that's in all of my pockets all the time. And so I gotta fix that. I guess more notes from the baseball game, because I hadn't been to one in quite a while. I try to go to a couple every year, but life's been going really well, so I've been going with my rich friends, and we've been sitting in like boxes, and like I got to sit right down behind the dugout one time. I've been getting primo seats, but Blake, what's that, Blake? Yeah. Yeah, you got them because you're a veteran and you entered a raffle. You did serve. You did. Thank you for that hilarious stoner pun, Ben. I really appreciate it. No, Blake got us the tickets, and it was fun. We brought our buddy Joey, who's a bartender at the Secret Group and also enjoys baseball, which is a huge part of the game, I think, because I've been to a bunch of like big group outings in like boxes, and there's always people who don't like baseball going to the thing just because they want to experience the expensive stuff. So yeah, I guess I liked the cheap seats better. I like them. Those are my people. It was interesting how many women were at an Astros game on a Tuesday night. I thought that was cool. There were a bunch of Mexican women behind me and a bunch of black women in front of us, and all just talking baseball. And like, because the beauty of that game is the pacing of it is built around making jokes and drinking beers. Unfortunately, Michelob Ultras are $20 at the ballpark, and that's insane. That's unchristian. That kind of pricing is the greed that the Bible talks about. Yeah. I guess that's some more of my opinions but they did have dollar hot dog night, which the animals that were, because there were a bunch of guys trying to do the 999 challenge, which if you're not familiar with the 999 challenge, it is 9 hot dogs, 9 beers, and 9 innings, which is grotesque. That's a grotesque challenge that I don't think is Christian. That's one of the sins. That's gluttony. Yeah. And sloth, probably, because after you eat all of that, you're not moving for days. And I pity everyone that does the 9-9 challenge. I pity everyone that works at your job site the next day because you're about to tear up that fucking porta potty. No one in the 999 challenge works in corporate. I don't know. I did enjoy it. I don't know. I just guess I'm just curious about what's going on with pricing for everything because, yeah, it's a lot to go out to the ballpark now. Like, it's a lot, and I feel like because they're trying to make it so dang expensive, yeah, I guess, how do I think about this? All right, because do you remember in the old, just the old Madden games, the Madden games from like 04 and 05, where you could do like stadium management stuff, where like that's how I got a basic understanding of economics when I was in high school, was I was playing Madden franchise mode, and I figured that if I made all the beers and hot dogs cheaper, then more people would come to the game. But I guess with the rise of optimization in America, because computer dorks are ruining this country, people just think that they have to overcharge everything all the time. I don't know. I guess I do struggle with that. Like that was I was thinking about that a lot at the game. I guess I'm on the internet too much and I'm scrolling too much and so I think that everyone has the same sort of like, the world's going to shit, negative view that I do. But going to the Astros games, there are still families just going out, straight chilling, rooting for everybody. And it was fun. That was a good game. It was a really good game. We went to Astros won 6-7. Fuck you, Will. Why'd you do that? And yeah, no, it was a really good time. I had a good time doing all that. Like I said, Ben and Blake are sick right now, but they let me plug some of their stuff. I know they've got some dates coming up. Let me text them mid. This is how professional I am. What dates do you want me to plug on our podcast? Yeah. I guess, yeah, Ben and I did a comedy competition last week. It was very fun. We both got out in the first round, even though we had great sets. It was really funny. It was out over in Spring, Texas. Jesse Payton ran it. It was a great show. It was over like 300 people there. It was fun. It's fun working different parts of the country. That's one of the things I enjoy the most about my job is getting to work different places. Cause like, I guess I just like the exchange of ideas, and like, I don't know, I'm an energy sponge. I'm an energy sponge. So like, and a lot of comics are narcissists. So when we get together, I get really sad and angry. But then when I get to go out to fun places in the country where people are still just kind of chilling, I'm like, oh yeah, the world's not as bad as I think it is. You know, and yeah, that's something that I've enjoyed a lot lately. They're not, by the way, Ben and Blake are not here because they're sick. And I told them, because we have a busy couple of weeks coming up. And I told them if they're sick to stay home. It is unfortunate we went to a baseball game together before this. I don't want them coughing on me. And that's the thing about sickness, really, is stay home, all right? I don't mean to be like one of those guys that does COVID stuff, but like, stay home, you know? I'm not telling you to get a shot. I'm not telling you to like plug in with the government, but like, if you're sick, stay home. 98% of the time, it is not your Michael Jordan flu game. It's not your Michael Jordan flu game. I've worked so many different jobs where people, I mean, I guess, yes, if you need the cash, if you have to come in 100%, but I don't know. Okay, so the jobs I've had throughout my life, let's see, my first job with a W-2, I worked at a smoothie place. Stay home. I would just smoke weed in the freezer. Smoke weed in the freezer. Burn the pipe at the end. You know? Then after I had that smoothie job, I started working in restaurants. Sick waiters, gross. Gross. Don't do that. Don't do that. Coffee waiter is not a good waiter. You can be the expo, you can be the food guy, the busboys. Busboys can be sick as long as you're just not near people most of the time. I understand that waiting tables is hard and you need the cash all of the time, but please stay home. Construction, fucking stay home. If I have another Mexican man cough on me in a drywall scenario, I understand that sometimes it's just dust, but just, dude, the 50-year-old Mexican cough is probably the scariest cough because so much is coming out of it. Just with a Y at the end. Yeah. Stay home. Stay home. Don't work as hard. Fuck them. It's going to be okay. Veggies are pretty cheap at the grocery store right now. I know food's getting really expensive, the processed stuff. We are getting priced out of shit right now, and it is very, very interesting. I was at the laundromat the other day, and I paid $40 for fucking 6 items of clothing. That feels like a lot. Feels like a lot. That's what? $6 a piece? It's crazy. Dude, I was at the laundromat last week when I went to the laundromat to drop off all the stuff, because I dropped off 3 pairs of pants and 2 shirts. So that was 5, yeah. 5, yeah. I think my math was right. But I went over there and I was explaining because I dropped off 2 suit pants and 1 pair of khakis and my 2 button-downs. Those are the only nice clothes that I own. I've owned them since I was way fatter and way skinnier because I just get them tailored. So like the inside of my dress shirts, just Asian women have done a great job fluctuating with my midriff. But I went to the laundromat and I was explaining the stains on my shorts or on my pants. So like the khakis had a bunch of dirt on them because I had to work a golf course for work. And then I showed her my suit pants that I hadn't worn since my brother's wedding. And there was a weird white stain near the crotch. And I was like, and I don't really know what this is, and the lady behind the counter just looked at me and goes, probably frosting. What? What? Probably frosting? I mean, here's the thing about that is, one, she's a laundry lady. She's probably right. But two, she was just calling me a fat fuck in the middle of my day. And that was funny. That's a bit that I'm trying to do. We can spend 15 minutes talking about bits. Talking about the real structure of comedy. No, I don't know. I don't really want to do that. I can barely talk about comedy with other comedians. It's gotten out of control. Being in a green room with people who only talk about Instagram followers and not about actual jokes is frustrating. And I don't care for it. Let's see. All right. Ben and Blake just texted their sick asses back to me. And so these are the things that they wanted to plug. On May 9th, we're doing Roast Battle League, Houston, here at the Hive. Roast Battle League has their own branch in Houston now, and we have some great comics on that one. We have great comics all the way from Houston, all the way from Louisiana, all the way from San Antonio coming in to beat the shit out of each other. We also, on Friday, May 8th, we have You Look Like over at the Riot, which is another one of our roast battles that's very, very fun. The next couple of weeks, I will be on the road. I will be in New Orleans, Knoxville, Asheville, and Charleston. And I will also be in Galveston and Austin and San Antonio. I'm all over the fucking South. You know, call me the SEC, baby. Call me the commissioner, because I'm all over the SEC. Let's see. Oh, man. I had a good day. I'm having a really good day. Woke up this morning, walked my dog. That's something good that helps me start the day, is walking my dog. She's great, and it helps just get used to sending shitty emails all day. That is a frustrating thing about being a private contracted comedian is I got into this because I didn't want a day job, but I spend all day emailing, and I'm gonna pick up some more handyman gigs soon, because this recession is coming, baby. This recession is coming. I don't know. I don't really want to talk about the news because it's sad. Let's see some other stuff that I want to talk about. Read a great book the other day. It's called The Black Count. It's about Alexander Dumas's father, who fought in the French. He did a bunch of crazy. He basically did Alexander Dumas's books. Like, because what did Alexander Dumas wrote? Three Musketeers, Count of Monte Cristo, some other stuff. And this guy did a history of Alexander Dumas's dad. And what a fantastic read. It read like high fantasy, which was great. I'm trying to read more, basically. I'm trying to read more. I go to the library every once in a while, and I feel like the library wasn't, like they're trying to make, I don't know, living in Texas, I feel like a lot of the Republicans, they're trying to make they're actively trying to make public services worse to prove that that we don't need the public services. It's pretty insane, because like the library is still awesome. It's still a great place. Like, rent books. Renting books is cool. Reading books is cool. Just like, I don't know, it doesn't have to be hard. All right, that's another thing that I've seen a lot of in comedy lately. I've seen a lot of comics making fun of performative men. The so-called performative men, the guys who are wearing JNCOs again, the 23-year-olds who are wearing JNCOs and have mustaches and stuff, and they're making fun of them because they're fuckboys. But they're these performative men, they're reading in public, which, like, I don't know, I'm just happy boys are reading. Like, let's keep these young men reading. Like, I don't know. I empathize with those young men because I was one of those young men. When I was 23, I found my granddad's Rollshaw collar jacket, and I was wearing some European framed glasses, and I'd go out and I would try to read Bukowski at bars because I was a shithead, but also it seemed to work. So I don't know, I'm happy young men are reading, I guess, and I don't think we should make fun of the performativeness of that. There's a great coffee shop right by my house, and I go there because they have a good horchata latte, and I do that about once every 2 weeks, just because it's a fun, sweet treat. The coffee, I left the coffee shop scene behind for the bar scene, as you can tell from my tits. And now I'm trying to come back. I'm trying to come back to coffee shops. I like watching young people, follow their dreams there. I don't care for being talked down to, but it's a minimum wage job and those fucking kids are tired. So whatever. But a funny thing I saw at the coffee shop was there was the two people in front of me were wearing shirts from two coffee shops that are also within walking distance of my apartment. And so I think it's funny how certain, scenes attract that. Because, I don't know if you've been to the bar where all the regulars and the bartenders go after they get off the after hours. It was like that, except they wanted, mochas and shit like that. I don't really think that coffee shop people like mochas anymore. The cortado, what is that? Why does it come with a seltzer? That's a confusing thing to me. Yeah. I guess I don't go to coffee shops a lot anymore because I like the coffee that I make at home. I throw a shit ton of cinnamon in it. And I know I drink that shit like a Dominican. It's wonderful. I only have one in the morning though. Dude, a coffee and a cigarette used to be the best way to start the day, but I'm trying to quit smoking. So I just feel like there's a link in the chain of my morning. Because I wake up, this is how I wake up. I literally pretend to be a British innkeeper to start the day. I literally wake up and I go, morning, time to get the gruel on. And then I start oatmeal and coffee and sleeping. I go, I hope the Kingsmen don't come around. And then my girlfriend, she's gone early most mornings because she teaches yoga for senior citizens, and it's adorable, and I'm glad she does it, but it wakes her up at, 5 in the morning because those fuckers are up. They're just up all the time. And this is fun. I haven't figured this out. I guess like the one person, Blake, do you have anything you want to add? Ben, what about you? Pun. All right. I don't know. I'm trying to look at different things. What do y'all want to talk about on Unseasoned? We've got an email. We've got a YouTube list. I'm curious to see, why do you like us? I know why I like us. It's just because they're two of my good buddies, like actual friends, There are a lot of people in most businesses that are just coworkers, but these two guys fucking rule. Traveled all over the country. Oh, me and Ben are going to be at the Improv next week. I'm really excited about that too. Really excited about that. That'll be fun. I can read off some of my jokes that don't work. We got a lot of things. I got a lot of weird stuff that I've just bounced around in my head. I'm reading a... Have you ever, that's the library stuff that I was going to, the free-spirited library stuff. I don't like, I feel like a lot of our conservative overlords, they want the library to suck. And then a lot of my liberal fucking dickhead friends are like, oh, all of our third spaces are gone. Go to the library, dude. Dude, when I was a kid, all right, so you could go to the library, hang out there after school, read, get confused when there was a unisex bathroom in the 90s, and then the girl you had a crush on when you were in second grade clearly went in there and pissed before you, but you were the oldest boy in your family and you'd never had sat on girl butt toilet before and you got super embarrassed, and so you didn't shit in the library and you decided to walk home, but you knew you had to shit, so you just shit behind a big oak tree in front of Miss Sanchez's house. Sorry, Miss Sanchez, I used to shit behind your tree. No, the library was great. Library is where I first saw Star Wars. It was on VHS. I was in 3rd grade, and I was running around the library, and I was looking through all the VHSs, and I found this fucking VHS with this like leather guy, this leather daddy in a mask, and a guy with a laser sword. And my mom got off work like 2 hours later, and I go, Mom, what is this? It looks awesome. And she goes, that's Star Wars, Will. That's a cultural phenomena. And then I was like, can we rent this? And she goes, I don't know if you're old enough, but she decided to anyway. Her and my dad were Star Trek fans, which, weird. Actually, that's not weird. They're both accountants, fucking nerds. I get it. I get it. The more I psychoanalyze myself, being the 6'5" guy in a nerdy family. Go play sports. All right. I came out 10 pounds, 4 ounces and left-handed. And my dad was like, fucking yes. But anyway, saw Star Wars. It was awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. Space Samurai. What's there not to like? Oh, but George Lucas is problematic. Yeah, I know. I know. Don't care about Marin County or wherever he lives. I bet he does feel weird right now. I bet he feels kind of smug because when the second group of Star Warses came out in the late 90s, because I remember going and seeing that in the movie theaters. I remember seeing that in the movie theaters with my best friend at the time and his dad, and I came out and I liked it. I thought Darth Maul was cool. I thought that the fucking droid army was cool. I thought Qui-Gon Jinn dying was sad, and I empathized with little Anakin Skywalker. I did not get the, at the time, I did not get the easy crossover to the trade people and the Jew, the mean stuff they were saying about Jews and Chinese and what was clearly blackface with Jar Jar Binks. I didn't realize all of that, but I don't know. I bet George Lucas feels smug right now with what's going on in the Gulf. The Strait of Hormuz is like, oh, this trade issues something that could start a big war. Can't do George Lucas. I gotta work on my accents. But yeah, no, that's what's going on with me. This has been interesting. This is our first time with me by myself, just rolling solo dolo in a room. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. And you can find Ben at Very Dark Comedy on Instagram. You can find me at Will_Loden on Instagram. And you can find Blake at oh, come on, gimme, BMFJB. I believe that's short for Blake motherfucking Jones, bitch. Yeah, we got shows coming up, a lot of stuff. We're all working. We're all having fun. Love you guys.